cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
I tell you, man, this movie gives you, it reminds you what it is to have a real newspaper in your hand and read on the toilet.
No, you know what? This is a really, really solid, really cool film about the last days of the newspaper era, because that's what this is.
You know what? You're right. I mean, as much as it's a political thriller or a journalism thriller, it's really about the last days of newspaper.
Yeah, and it takes every opportunity to be a little pissed off about that. This feels like it was written by somebody who used to be a journalist.
Now, this is a murder mystery that centers around like a senator's mistress, right?
Okay, the possibly senator's mistress, possibly she was killed. Russell Crowe, the sort of classic old school Bob Woodward type of reporter, is actually friends with the senator, played by Ben Affleck in the film. So he wants to investigate it and sort of like get away from the natural tendency of all news to go for the cutthroat, to go for the scammy story,
the trash
the cheap
journalism.
trash angle of it. That a Cub reporter there, played by
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McHottie Pants.
is a big blogger for the paper and wants to kind of do that. He takes her under his wing as things deepen, things get more complicated, and they find out that there's levels of this that go all the way up to possibly a giant military conspiracy.
It's going to take seasoned journalists, and he takes this blogger under his wing to teach her how real journalists do their work.
Ben Affleck, as I like to say, a senator, no way.
Ben Affleck plays a Republican douchebag.
Okay, I buy that.
He could get elected to Congress, because we like to elect our Republicans based upon their smile and their hair.
One of the
that's
most
true.
startling things here is that Affleck sells it totally. There was not a, there's that moment of like disconnect. You're like, oh, it's Ben Affleck. But he does. He totally sells it.
I know you would enjoy, just for like, there's a great moment during one of the Senate hearings where he totally like punks this other guy who's the leader of this military complex.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He's almost Dick Cheney, this guy, the way he has his company that's like Halliburton. It's one of those where you give it like 3 snaps and like, ooh.
Oh yeah, you can see Ben Affleck get up in your face, bitch.
It's a very 70s style movie. It does not feel at all like a lot of the modern thrillers. It really is inspired by a lot of the 70s stuff. At the same time, this was based on a miniseries, a British miniseries, also called State of Play. And it was a 5.5 hour miniseries that they've condensed into 2 hours here. So it's really dense.
If I'm correct, this is directed by the guy who did The Last King of Scotland, right?
Kevin McDonald?
Yes.
Okay. Well, also, you know what? The movie that kept reminding me of was Michael Clayton. And the guy who wrote and directed Michael Clayton was one of the writers on this.
I thought that there's a whole storyline with that felt like we just had to have a love triangle here, where Russell Crowe's character at one point had been involved with Ben Affleck's wife illicitly, played by
Robin Wright.
Yeah,
Penn.
Robin Wright Penn. And it just, thinking about it in retrospect, it's not that it plays out bad, it's just so unnecessary.
But you had that moment where, it seems like it's over, and then the detective or the reporter goes like, they see something, they go like, wait a minute, let me see that. To the Batmobile.
If you hadn't had it there, you would have felt thoroughly satisfied by the movie anyway. I'm going to have to give this a full price. I mean, yeah, I'm complaining about it, but only in the sense of to say this is not a flawless film.
But I would give it a full price.
I think some people are going to be bored by it because there's too much information coming their way. But frankly, those aren't the people I review movies for. So,
And you get a surprise appearance by Jason Bateman, who almost steals the movie.
yeah.
I'm the talent, and I don't like the vibe, so why don't you change that up, okay?
It's a non-smoking room.
Under your name.
He and Helen Mirren are really the comedy aspects
they
of
are.
this film.
Oh, Helen Mirren, I love that. How is she in the movie?
She's
really
wonderful.
good.
You're
Yeah,
going to think she's hot.
Sorry, if I could just have a few more days with it, I promise you I'm not going to let you down.
Oh, for God's sake. Don't throw those dewy cub reporter eyes at me. It's nauseating.
I don't think anybody can fault me. There's a picture of Helen Mirren in a bikini floating out there, and this woman's like about 108. So I mean,
Yeah, but that was when she was like 30. Though.
No, this is a picture that's recent.
Oh, okay.
I mean, out of all the
And he knows. He spent enough time examining
Oh,
it.
I sure did.
He'd show it to you, but he can't get the pages apart.
By the way, if you like to see that picture of Helen Mirren, it's stuck on my hand right now.
Oh,